Hello and welcome to Monorail News. It is Saturday, January 26th. I'm your host, Gray Hauser, and with me is your co-host, Taylor Thomas.
Hey guys.
How are you doing today, Taylor?
I am doing good. How are you?
Good. I'm very well. So, let's start by talking about the Riviera Resort news. Did you see any of this?
Yes. Looked at some pictures.
They gave some pricing, right? So, the Tower Studio, starts at, $486 per night. It has one queen-size pull-down bed and sleeps up to 2 adults. It looks like it has a bathroom that juts off from one end and a sitting area with a separate bedroom. Then, of course, you have the deluxe studio, which is one queen bed and one queen size pull down, along with one single pull down. It sleeps 5 adults. It starts at $662 and $770 a night, depending on the room and where it's located. Then there's the one bedroom locations. These rooms start at $984 and go all the way to $1,079 per night. They have one king bed and one queen size pull down, also a single pull down. It sleeps up to 5 adults. And then there's the 2-bedroom, which starts at a little bit over $1,519, and goes all the way up to $1,714 per night. There's one king bed, 2 queen beds, one queen size pull down bed, and one single bed. It can sleep 9 people. Has a lovely little kitchen and sitting area. And finally, they have the 3-bedroom Grand Villa. It starts at $3,100 per night. It looks like it had a dining room, 3 bedrooms, a living room, and at least 2 bathrooms, plus another bathroom that has a tub. So that one's certainly very luxurious.
So expensive.
And I'm just noticing this now. If anyone 3 days ago tried to go and read the Everything About Disney's Riviera Resort, they might be read by a single image. Now, I don't know what happened to the article that was previously there. So we're going to try and get that back up this weekend. But, you know, if you click on that, you see an image of the hotel. I'm sorry about that. Oh, wait, I'm panicking now because that's also on the editor's picks, and I don't know how that happened. Let me fix that real quick.
It'll be easy fix for you.
So
that
go ahead.
I think that the studio room is a first for the DVC properties. It's not normally an option. I'm pretty sure from what I've seen of the other DVC properties, but even still, that studio room price is, it is not cheap.
I don't know who Disney's target market here is, but it's certainly not me.
I know it's crazy too, because it's like, it's a new property, which is hard to do at Walt Disney World because there's so many beloved resorts already, you know, and so many wonderful ones. So when you bring the new one up, this one isn't like overly themed in any kind of way. To me, there's nothing like screaming at you like, stay here, unless you're just one of those people that really enjoys like a brand new hotel room, which is always nice. Like people always say, if you have, you know, you're trying to choose between 2 places to stay, pick the one that was built more recently, which I understand. And maybe that's how they justify some of the pricing, but
surely,
I mean, you can stay easily at the Contemporary for that same price, or maybe even a little bit cheaper, depending on the time of the year. But I mean, that's some steep pricing.
Yeah, that price doesn't make me feel comfortable, and I do have good news, guys. The article's back up, so it will never have been down for you
Ta-da!
if you listen to this now. But if you did try and access it over the last couple of days, you didn't see anything there, it's definitely worth going and looking at because we have tons of good information there about the restaurant and a lot of the other awesome stuff that's coming to that hotel. There's going to be, of course, a rooftop restaurant and a lobby lounge. I think people are just going to love it. People really want to get those good views of the parks that are nearby, you know, Epcot and all of that. And I think this rooftop restaurant is going to give people a great opportunity to see the fireworks at Hollywood Studios and Epcot.
Yeah, I think that's probably the most exciting thing about this property. I mean, it looks beautiful. But to have that like California Grill Magic Kingdom firework experience over there for the Epcot and Hollywood Studios fireworks, that to me is really exciting.
So, Taylor, you're a big fan of Zootopia.
Oh, yes.
So, well, why don't you talk about our next story?
Zootopia Land is happening. Okay, so you have to go to China, to Shanghai to see it at first, but most people are speculating that not long after it happens in China, that it's going to happen in Animal Kingdom. So maybe eventually you don't have to go to China to see it. Oh, I just am so excited. They haven't announced any, specific attractions or anything that will happen with it, but they announced that the land is coming. Yay.
It's very exciting. I personally hope it doesn't end up coming to Animal Kingdom.
Why?
I think it'd be a better fit at Hollywood Studios if they're going to put it somewhere. Or even a mythical fifth gate.
I hear people speculate that Rafiki's Planet Watch, that's where it'll happen.
I hope not.
I'll take it anywhere they want to put it. Anywhere they want to put it. I can't wait to visit. They had Judy and Nick out at Magic Kingdom today, and I was so sad I couldn't go see them.
Those costumes looked creepy. Okay.
Oh, I love them.
They look a little off model. They look just a smidge off model.
Judy's eyes are really huge, but actually the only critique I have for that is I think when she signs autographs, she ought to have her carrot pin because she uses it so much in the movie. I think they ought to make her one to sign autographs with in the park, but she just had a regular pin.
Well, okay, this is probably temporary characters. I wouldn't be surprised if these are like the prototype characters that they have to go to China.
Yeah, I think sometimes these characters come out at like DVC events and the marathon runs and stuff like that. They make little appearances.
So let's talk a little bit about the Project Stardust and the work being done at Disneyland.
Yeah.
So a lot of people have seen online that the castle at Disneyland is now completely covered in construction walls and tarps. I'm sorry, I'm not firing on all cylinders tonight, guys. So this isn't kind of a weak episode. So Sleeping Beauty's castle is going to be renovated. They're going to add some pixie dust, and they're going to make it look beautiful ahead of Star Wars Land opening. But they also announced Project Stardust, which is a series of enhancements to Disneyland to continue delivering that world-class experience. So enhancements will range from just general beautification to maximizing guest comfort and access. You can expect things like curbs that will be enhanced at Disneyland on Main Street to improve guest access. The new brickwork that was added along the thoroughfare, that is part of Project Stardust. Tropical Hideaway, right by Tiki Room and Jungle Cruise, also part of Project Stardust. The new line for Matterhorn Bobsleds, Project Stardust. Dumbo, Project Stardust. It's a Small World, Project Stardust. Everything they're doing is Project Stardust.
And they are so excited to call it Project Stardust. It's been everywhere online.
Which if you're going, why the heck is it called Project Stardust? It's a combination of the word Star Wars and pixie dust. Stardust. And it was also the code name used by the Empire in Star Wars when they were building the Death Star. So it's a little bit of a double meaning there. The castle, seeing the concept art, looks like it's going to look absolutely phenomenal. It's going to be bright, and it's just going to look like something out of a dream. So that's what Kim Irving says, at least.
Did they try to put a timeline for anything?
You mean like an official opening date?
Yeah.
No.
Of course not. Yeah.
Well, apparently, I can't verify any of this. Apparently, the roof wasn't holding up so well because they hadn't ever really done anything to it since it was opened in 1955. It was built so quickly that now, 60 years later, and you put the Christmas stuff on top of it for Christmas, and you put the gold stuff on top of it for the 50th, and the diamond stuff for the 60th. Just wear and tear happens, and naturally, the wood needs to be replaced. They're going to repair the entire roof. I've heard it's about $500,000 renovation when all is said and done.
I'm sure it'll totally be worth it.
So let's hear about Star Wars Smuggler's Run. This really appeals to people who do the single rider line because supposedly Disney has built a single rider line in Millennium Falcon or Smuggler's Run. So before you pilot the fastest ship in the galaxy, the Millennium Falcon, you'll be able to get through that line even faster. No, it is very important to mention that Disney has built attractions with single rider and never opened it. Think Flight of Passage, or sometimes they've opened it but quickly stopped using it, like with Soarin' over California. And of course, we don't really know this 100%. We're just speculating based on satellite images and other information. So we're going to have to wait until Disney officially confirms that until it opens to be really certain if it's going to stick or not.
I often wonder why Disney doesn't do more single rider lines. I am personally a huge fan of them. And I wonder if surely people have done research and looked at how it affects the normal lines having single rider versus, some kind of fast pass line. Because I feel like single rider lines are really useful. Whenever I'm on any kind of attraction and I see empty seats, I'm like, ugh, come on.
I'm pretty certain. I'm pretty certain from data that we know it has less of an impact than FastPass does.
Yeah.
And FastPass has a obviously it's going to have a negative impact on the standby line. I mean, that's just a given.
And I feel like, fast passes are definitely more convenient for people with young children that can't do single rider. But again, I feel like it's such a useful thing to help manage the line because you don't want empty seats to happen.
Right.
When it depends on the ride vehicle, but I just often wonder why Disney doesn't use more single rider lines. Because what they have in Disney World too, you got Test Track and Everest.
Everest has it, but does Tower of Terror have it? What about Rock and Roller Coaster?
Okay, Rock and Roller Coaster has one, but I have been told by cast members every time you go to get in that line, they're like, just so you know, your wait time in this line may end up being the same as the standby line. Because it's like 2x2 in that vehicle.
Right.
They don't use single riders as often. And I've heard a lot of people recommend that you not use that one. But yeah, that is another one. Okay, so 3 total in all of Walt Disney World.
Okay, but look, if the 2x2 is the explanation, then Everest should have the same problem. Why doesn't Everest have this problem? Everest loads 2x2.
Yeah.
They're lying to you.
I've done that line.
Listen, they're lying to you.
Maybe because I don't know how I can't remember how it
Maybe that's something
happens
to
with
do with the
that.
pre-show.
Yeah, with that pre-show room. Maybe that like. I don't know. Because I feel like I've done Rock and Roller Coaster single rider line, and I can't remember if you do the pre-show room or not.
What's so
Usually,
cool is during the
sorry, what'd you say?
What's so cool is during the Hollywood Studios After Hours event, they cut off the pre-show.
That's amazing.
Let you walk right through it. On both that and Tower of Terror.
Oh, I like Tower of Terrors.
No, but I like because I had time to like look at all the Twilight Zone television references in the library.
Yeah. Yeah, look at some more stuff.
If I want to ride it 5 times in a row, I don't want to watch the pre-show every time.
Right. True. And I think, single rider is special and unique. Like I always tell people, if you haven't ever been on the attraction, don't do single rider because you're going to miss most of the queue, which for a lot of attractions has a lot, it's going to impact your ride
elements, right?
Yeah. But if you've done the attraction before or it's your third time to do the attraction in that day, then it's, very useful to do the single rider lines. But they usually always like almost completely cut out any of the like cool stuff in the queue.
Sure. So I feel like that will be detrimental at Galaxy's Edge.
Probably, yeah. You definitely
right,
wouldn't
so
want
much
to do
of
it
it is going to be story based.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if it's true, if they do have it. I wouldn't think they would open it right at the beginning.
I don't know.
Who knows? Or maybe
they're going to be desperate to get people through that thing.
I was about to say, if the wait times are like 8 hours, then maybe they do.
No, I mean, I think it's a given that the wait times will be over 4 or 5 hours.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
The question is, how long will they be? I mean, how long is someone willing to wait to pilot the Millennium Falcon? I mean, I understand that some people have been waiting their entire lives, so like 12 more hours isn't that big of a deal. But,
yeah. But that's, I don't know. Like, because at some point, there's no more room to put people in a line.
Right.
Like, there's only so much space in of which to form the queue line that even if people were willing to wait an extreme amount of time, like, will the queue ever be that long? Because, like, can it? Can it physically?
Okay, my nightmare scenario, is that they'll actually stretch the lines for the 2 rides down out into Grand Boulevard. And you'll have to get in the line to go into the land, just walk around the line to get to go into Battle Escape, or the line to get to go into Smuggler's Run. And those 3 lines will weave down that long street.
Yeah.
And then they'll weave around the land, and then you'll be in the line. But that's just my nightmare scenario.
I really feel like this would have been the perfect opportunity to experiment with some kind of like land reservation system.
And they might do. I've heard that still might be in play at Disneyland.
I really feel like they should. Like, okay, buy your ticket, and instead of getting online 60 or 30 days out to book your fast passes, which I guess they don't do in Disneyland, but you get online to book your land entry time.
And exit time, most importantly.
Yeah, or your land time window. And that's when you get to get in. I don't know how they get you out on time, but they could definitely
sweep the entire area.
let you get in at a specific
drag
time.
You out.
Something like that. I don't know. Because I think, there's people like me who are like, I like Star Wars, but I'm not the biggest fan, and like I'm gonna wait it out. I'm not going to this land anytime soon after it first opens. But I think there's plenty of people, those super mega fans that want to be in that park within the first year that it's opened. But like, how do you really experience it and enjoy it if like you're moving shoulder to shoulder, shimmying around?
That's half the fun.
We shall see. I can't wait to see. I really can't.
So let's talk about the overflow event. Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna have a riot if they have to turn people away and go, but you can do Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy.
Never before intimate experience with Lightning McQueen.
It opens on March 31st, 2019. It's going to be right beside Rock and Roller Coaster.
Mm-hmm. I think it's going to be cool.
I don't know what you'd say is intimate about a theater-like atmosphere, but, you know.
I know. I feel like they just say that because it's going to be interactive, you know. I'm envisioning Turtle Talk with Crush kind of situation. Yeah. But even they didn't say that, but that's what I'm thinking it's got to be.
Like, I would describe going to see a show as an intimate experience.
With a screen.
What is it going to be with a screen?
Yes.
Well, you're telling me that they're not going to have like a Lightning McQueen animatronic?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure this is a screen-based experience.
People are going to be even more mad then.
I mean, because it's not just Lightning McQueen. They, in the video that the Cars creative director talked about, he mentioned like several of the characters. Now, I'm not familiar enough with the Cars movies to remember who they were.
Electronics for Cars Land. So why can't we just make them again? Like, this is a screen-based experience.
Mm-hmm.
People are going to be so upset, okay? I'm not saying I'm going to be upset because it wasn't on my priority list, okay? But people are going to riot.
I could be
even just
wrong.
Just like the Cars walk around characters.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm going to have to go back and rewatch the video of the...
You're right. There aren't so many elements in that video of them, like, working on the animatronic.
No. I'm pretty sure it's just screen-based.
So what you're telling me is, this movie could play in a movie theater, and I could have the exact same experience.
Yes. It's a movie. But I think it's going to be interactive one, so like Monsters, Inc. Laugh Floor. I
still don't think that's intimate, though. I'm sorry, Monsters, Inc. Laugh Floor is not an intimate looking.
No, intimate is not quite the right word.
So, Taylor, I know you're all jazzed about this because you wrote the article.
About Lightning McQueen?
No, about the next topic.
Oh.
She's back.
Oh my gosh. She is back. Have you seen any videos from today?
No. Have you?
I just watched one like 30 minutes ago. She looks great. I mean, to me, she pretty much looks the same. Like identical. There might be a few things different, but to me, she looks exactly the same, which is amazing. Like, I always thought she was one of the coolest, definitely like most impressive part of the parade. And she was blowing smoke and fire.
Which I was not thinking they'd do again.
Oh, they did.
I mean,
I was wondering.
No way that thing breathes fire again. But it does.
Yep. And she was breathing a lot of fire in the video I watched. It was happening often. I was talking to
someone about it, and I said, mark my words, she's not coming back. Or if she comes back, she won't breathe fire. And I was wrong.
What I thought was funny was that they never talked about it until today. Like, we never got any warning. Like, oh, remember when this thing happened? Well, she's coming back. You know, get ready. She's coming back new and improved. No, this morning they were like, hey, guess what? Maleficent's going to be back in the parade today. And probably every vlogger in Orlando was like, oh, crap. Got to get to Magic Kingdom for 3 p.m.
I can just imagine that.
Oh, you know, everybody was scrambling texting their whole staff who can get to the Magic Kingdom today.
Well, I mean, look. At the end of the day, I'm just happy we have the dragon back.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, when I think about Festival of Fantasy, right?
Mm-hmm.
It has a refreshed look. When I think about Festival of Fantasy, I think about the music.
Yes.
And the dragon. Okay? So, unlike my last 2 trips, the only thing that's been there is the music. And I don't know.
Oh, I mean, their replacement for the dragon was sad.
Yes, it was the gazebo with Aurora and Prince Philip.
For months. And they didn't even, like, jazz up the gazebo. It was sad looking.
I think the reason for that is that that's the gazebo that's used for the Halloween and Easter parade.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they probably want to keep it where they can switch it out easily for those 2 events.
And they knew they were bringing Maleficent back. They just didn't tell anybody.
Right. So why spend the money when it's only going to be a Band-Aid fix? Unless you can take it down. And
Man, but yeah, I'm very glad that they brought her back, and I think it was super funny that they just told everyone this morning that she was coming back. And I thought it was so funny what they said in their press release about it. I quoted it at the end of the article. I can't remember exactly what they said, but it was really funny.
I find it. Like, they never acknowledged why it was disappeared.
Oh no, they didn't. But they just said, like, don't worry, we've done all the steps to make sure that she stays in check the entire parade. They basically played on the fact that she's a villain, and we're like, those villains. Shame on them.
To burn down the park
in the middle of a parade. Like that poster, the picture they posted with it was like, what to do with when you crash the party you weren't invited to, as if she wasn't invited to the parade and she's party crashing, just catching on fire in the middle of the street, uninvited. But then the end of it was like, oh God, what did they say right there at the end?
They said, Beauty Rest has never looked so good. Rumor has it that everyone's favorite villain, Maleficent, is returning to Magic Kingdom Park today to retake her rightful place in a certain festival. And it looks like she's had some work done, although she would probably never admit it.
They were really clever in the way they, talked about it. It had me cracking up. It really did.
Masterful PR.
Oh my gosh. Yes, 100%.
Just wonderful. So, also, this has not been posted on the Disney Park on our website yet, but it bears mentioning that Mickey's Soundsational Parade has returned at Disneyland Resort for Get Your Ears On, a Mickey and Minnie celebration. There's a cool cake float now. So that's cute.
Bring on all the parades.
So we have one final story. And this comes to us courtesy of the Orlando Sentinel. But I haven't seen any other Disney sites report on it yet. So here we go. It's possible that Disney's going to break with tradition and name its new cruise ship after a character.
Tell them the name.
Triton.
So I have seen at least one other Disney news source reporting on this.
Which one?
So a few people are talking about it. The Dis Unplugged.
Okay,
the Dis.
Yeah.
Yeah. They do a lot of stories from the Orlando news, newspapers and stuff like
Right.
that. And they were actually talking about, was it going to be Triton, as in King Triton, or, and I'm going to confuse the words too. I keep getting them confused. The Trident, as in his spear thingy, the Trident, like the gum, but his spear.
No. I think it's going to be Triton.
The character name.
If that's the name they give it at all. I think there's a high chance that that's just a code name, if they're giving it now, or maybe the name of the type of ship it's going to be, because they mentioned the Triton class of ships, and they'll give it a name that's more in line with, the magic, the wonder, the dream, and the fantasy.
Which is kind of dull to me, but whatever.
I don't know what the name would be, but I'm sure they can think of something.
What are the ones we already have?
The magic, the wonder, the dream, and the fantasy.
Oh, gosh. That's like easy and hard at the same time to predict like what the next adjective like that might be.
Yeah, we're all thinking of it right now. We're not thinking of it right now, and when it comes out, we'll be like, oh man, we all should have.
Oh yeah. But I mean, if they were going to do something different, this would be the time to do it, because don't they have like 3 new ships that are coming?
Yes.
3 years in a row of new ships.
Yes. So we just need 3 new words, guys.
They could totally go rogue and do characters for those 3 ships.
What if they call it the I'm just looking at the thesaurus for words that are synonyms of magic. What if they were to do the Disney Prestige? That's not even a word. How that show up on thesaurus.com? Okay, how about the Disney Wizardry?
Wizardry. Nah. Sounds too much like that other franchise.
Oh, yeah. Yes, the one we don't speak of. What if they call it the Disney Kaleidoscope?
That's cool.
Because remember, that was one of the names they were going to name Hollywood Studios, according to that survey?
Oh, that would not have been cool, but it could work for a cruise ship.
The Disney Kaleidoscope. Disney Cinemagine ship. That was another one of them. The Disney XL.
What?
XL.
The extra large?
Extra large, right? That was also one of the names for Hollywood Studios.
No.
Yeah, they really didn't have a good crop of names. That's why they kept the name the same.
Oh my god.
With Studios name change survey. Yes, they had such great names like Cinemagine, Beyond Park, Hyperia Park, Storyverse Park, Legends Park, XL Park, Cinemagine.
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 Cinemagine. Cinemagine. I can't.
Cinemagine.
I can't stop
like
saying. It makes me
and imagine.
Right, but it makes me think of cinnamon, like some kind of cinnamon cereal or something.
Cinnamon. Personally, I kind of like Disney Hyperia Park.
It sounds like
with that one.
Isn't that the name of the theater?
No. I assume it comes from Hyperion Boulevard, which was where the original location of the Disney Studios was.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that would be kind of a cool throwback.
Speaking of naming things, it was really fun the other day on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
La Cava del Tequila, I think is what it's called. It's inside the Mexican Pavilion at Epcot. they were developing a new cocktail and they were having a Twitter contest. They wanted you to try to name it. And whichever one they picked was going to be like featured on their menu.
Wait, who?
La Cava del Tequila. Yeah, that's the name of it.
Are they?
It's inside the Mexican Pavilion.
Oh,
You know what
wow.
I'm talking about? It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
people go, you just can like walk up and get a drink. It's like a bar, just a little bar.
Okay, everybody, order your Mickey Mouse Beats today. Seriously, Apple has
they
on
out?
sale right now. Mickey Mouse Beats
On
Look at what
sale, like discounted price, or of just on sale
they're
available
on
for
sale.
purchase?
They're now available for purchase.
Uh-huh.
You know you want them. They come with an exclusive can.
So much Mickey Mouse merchandise this year, like from every brand,
Look,
everywhere.
I want my Mickey Mouse ice cream bars. Where are
When
they?
are they? I don't know. I've seen so many people that have found them in like random places, but I haven't seen anyone around me
I
finding them yet.
check the Kroger website now to know if they have the Mickey ice cream. I check it at least twice a week.
Really?
Yes, really.
Well, I mean, definitely the official date was February. So you shouldn't have much longer until they're like for real everywhere.
I know, but isn't that pathetic?
It's not pathetic. When the birthday Oreos came out last year, sometime I can't remember when, I was online stalking it everywhere. And I saw that Target had them. I called the Target here in New Orleans. They said, yes, we have them. Then I went to the Target and I could not find them anywhere. And I found me an employee and he was like, oh yeah, I think we have a box of them in the back. And I was like, can you go look, please? And he went and got the box. And then I bought like 3 packs of Mickey Mouse birthday Oreos.
Wait, these are the same ones that I have right now? Yeah, they are. What?
You
So
have them?
No, I have black Beat Solo 3s.
Oh.
Look, but this marketing's weird. You go to Beats website. It was all started by a mouse, Walt Disney, and then it has a little spiel about Mickey, and then it has pictures of Little Yachty, whoever that is, some rapper, wearing a Mickey Mouse t-shirt, posing with the Mickey Mouse Beats.
Mickey Mouse Beats. They should have done like a video.
$199.
Is that the standard price for that set of Beats, or is it a little more expensive?
I think it's just a little. I think it might be $30 more or something.
Yeah. Not bad for Beats, I guess.
My thing is that with my glasses, they hurt. Like the Beats that don't go all the way over the ears hurt my my ears because they try to like indent with the glasses and it just doesn't feel great. So that's why these don't appeal to me, even though I really kind of want them.
Definitely not for $300. Something uncomfortable.
I could pick them up tomorrow at Apple South Creek, according to the Apple website.
I've been waiting for the Mickey Mouse and Kipling backpack collaboration they keep teasing on. It keeps popping up on my Instagram. You know how Instagram knows everything you want and they show you the ads for it all the time?
Sure. Yes.
I keep being like, coming soon, collaboration, Mickey Mouse collaboration. And I'm like, when?
Okay, I'm gonna one more time. Mickey ice cream bar. Shop my local store.
I'm gonna be in Orlando next Friday. I could try to see if they're anywhere.
Well, no, they're at all the Publix right now, apparently.
Oh, like everywhere in Florida?
In Florida, yeah. So when are they coming to my state?
I have to ship you some in an ice chest.
Yeah, you need to get some dry ice. But at that point, you should just send me the one from the park.
True.
Like, what's the point of beating around
Get you the
bush?
good stuff.
Give me that. Give me 50 of those bars, and then 50 of the Mickey ice cream sandwiches. It will be cool.
50. Your mom's going to the after hours in Animal Kingdoms. She could scoop you up a bunch for free.
Yeah, she could.
Dun, 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 dun.
I don't see him. Don't see him.
I don't think it's around us yet.
We live in a globalized world, okay? What's the point of globalization when I can't get my Mickey Mouse ice cream bars at the same time as someone who lives a state away from me or 2 states away?
They're waiting for your birthday so you can have a birthday celebration with them. You and Mickey, birthdays.
For our listeners who don't know, my birthday is in February, so it's nice timing. I guess, assuming they'll be on sale.
They will be. They will be. It'll be interesting to see how they sell in, just like regular places in the country. Like I know, so right, there's Disney fans everywhere. We know that. But it's like, do I need to get to the store early in the morning? Are they going to sell out? You know what I'm saying?
I'm worried, right? Is my little podunk grocery store, right? Are they gonna know to not order like 2 boxes?
Right.
Because I'll buy 2 boxes.
We will stock up for the next several years.
No, I hope they sell well enough if they keep them as a permanent item.
Oh, you think?
I hope this is just like a test. Put your foot in the water and test it.
Maybe. I'm kind of surprised they haven't done it already.
Yeah, me too.
Or something like it, But I mean, I think it's also important to have stuff that is unique to the parks. That you can
and that can be what the Mickey ice cream sandwich is.
Yeah, or I mean, there's so many other treats that are always available in the parks. Oh, they did bring back the Maleficent ice cream cone in Magic Kingdom today with her float's return in the parade. Can get your lime sorbet with Maleficent horns inside. Storybook treats.
I'm not sure if you saw my interaction with the Walt Disney World Twitter account earlier this week.
Was it about Cheese Day?
Yes. I said I wanted a Pandora cheesecake. And they said, just one? I said, well, maybe 3 or 4 or 10.
Yes. For real. You know what my favorite cheese was?
What was your favorite cheese item?
Well, I call it plastic cheese because that's what the Disney food blog calls it, and I like that name for it. But just like that cheese dip sauce that you can get pretty much like any quick service in the parks.
What do they call it? Plastic cheese?
Because it's like, it's probably not real cheese, but it's so delicious. It's nacho cheese. That
it's
yellow.
Real cheese.
Is it?
It can legally be called cheese.
Yeah. If squirt cheese can legally be called cheese, it's definitely cheese. But it used to be for free. Like you used to be able to pump it out of those pumps. Like when I was a kid, and I remember like literally, this is how much I like cheese. One of the most vivid memories I have of Disney World as a child was pumping that cheese sauce. Like I remember doing that. And it wasn't long ago as an adult when I went and, I was at some quick service and I was like, where's the pump with the cheese? And it was nowhere to be found. And I was so upset. But then I realized that you had to order it and it's like an extra $2 or something. And it comes in a little container. But I mean, you can get it, pretty much anywhere. And it's so good. It comes warm as it should. And I already think Disney French fries are good. I think they're good French fries. If you dip them in that cheese sauce, it's so good. And it's what everybody should do. If you're ordering French fries in Disney World and you're not ordering the cheese sauce, you're not doing it quite right.
You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong.
Pay more $2 more, get the cheese, and you're just gonna be really happy. You can also get it at Casey's Corner, and you can dip your corn dog nuggets in it too. So good.
So good. It's just the most amazing thing.
Plastic cheese.
Plastic cheese does whatever plastic cheese does. Is it food? Maybe not.
But it's delicious.
It's not real cheese.
We don't need it to be real cheese because it's so good. We accept it for what it is.
We love it just like it is.
We loved it more when it was free. But whatever.
Really? I think I like it more now that you have to pay for it.
Yeah.
Because you appreciate it more.
I definitely do. I will say it's a good serving that they give you. Like the first time I got it, I was like, "Oh, this is good. This is worth it." It's a big
right, but they don't give you just a
bucket.
small little nothing. They give you some real quality.
If you pictured like the classic nacho tray that you would get at like a basketball game, a football game, the little plastic tray, it's got your chips in one compartment, it's got your cheese in the other compartment.
Right.
The one you get at Disney is probably like 3 times that amount of cheese.
Which makes it worth it.
Whoa, totally. Spend the $2, ladies and gentlemen. Spend the $2. I could be wrong. It could be $3, but I can't remember. It's not that much. It's definitely not more than $3.
I mean, it's cheese, so it's probably a good deal.
It is. Right now at the Festival of the Arts, they have I can't remember which booth, but they have it's brie. It's just melted brie cheese inside of this little miniature bread bowl. That's all it is, and it looks amazing.
I'm sorry, I'm booking flights. What were you saying about brie cheese?
You're booking flights?
No.
Why not?
But that brie cheese, I almost want to fly down there.
I know. No, look. When I'm there on Friday, I have gone back and forth with myself. Should I go to Epcot? Should I go to Epcot? Should I go to Epcot?
You should.
But the audition is that night.
Bring me back brie cheese in a bowl.
I can't eat buckets of brie cheese before the audition.
When are you leaving from the audition?
It depends on how far I make it.
No. I mean, are you leaving the next day or?
Oh, yes. Early the next day. What really was the deal breaker for me, though, was to me, the most exciting part of the Festival of the Arts is the Broadway performer concerts that happen.
Sure.
And the first concert is at 5 p.m. Mm-hmm. And my audition is at 6 p.m., which means I have to be there at 5. So I wouldn't be able to see any of the concerts. So I was like, I don't think it's worth it if I'm not going to make the concert.
I guess not.
Not for me personally.
You're worth it for me.
Well, then you should go.
And that'll do it for us this week. Thank you for listening to this awful episode of Monorail News. I promise you will be better next week.
Awful/amazing. Cheese.
Not firing on all cylinders. I'm gonna make that into a shirt, Taylor. Cheese.
Cheese.
Okay. Thank you for listening. I'm Gray Hauser. Follow me on Twitter at Gray Hauser. That's Gray with an A. Follow Monorail News at monorailnews.com. And follow our video expert, Christine, also known as Ivy Winter, at her Twitter account, Ivy Winter. Taylor, where can they find you on social media?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Taylor E. Thomas.
Thank you so much for listening. We will see you next week. And don't forget to check monorailnews.com frequently to stay up to date on everything that happens between today and then.